Women should be able to lead their own lives using only their own abilities and should not marry against their will or engage in work they do not want to make a living. Women's sexuality should not be abused by themselves or exploited by others to make money. People should not be persuaded or persuade themselves that they must unconditionally continue their married lives in the name of for the sake of the children or for the sake of saving face or worrying about livelihood instability after divorce, when a minor conflict between a couple approaches a stage where it is difficult to resolve, and the situation becomes hell even for the children due to the tangle that cannot be resolved. And children should not be socially stigmatized or experience difficulties due to their parents' divorce. Children should be able to form their own attachment relationships and grow up properly while being free from the enormous influence of their parents. Workers will be able to work more enthusiastically only when they work as much as they are given at a given time. Labor unions should exist only to solidify workers' rights and positions. Young people should not blindly follow what their superiors say but must only be able to use it as a reference. An environment and social atmosphere that parents do not self-righteously demand obedience from their children, teachers from their students, or superiors from their subordinates, should be created. Everyone must judge, decide, and choose the best based on their own subjective opinions, and those choices must be only understood and respected. A society must be formed in which people take responsibility for the results or mistakes they make and learn from their own mistakes in life. Everyone desperately needs an ideal society where no one has to beg for warmth from others, where there is no need to be servile, and where one can work and study to pursue one's dreams with grace and confidence. And people must realize that all these things are possible, and it has already been coming true elsewhere in this world. The principle of top-down cooperation, which existed as an absolute value long ago when despotic regimes existed, is no longer an essential element in modern times. The despotic power that was needed to unite forces and intentions around the king to fight against neighboring countries that dream of stealing or invading at any opportunity is now becoming an element that undermines the peaceful coexistence of the world that modern society pursues. However, this does not mean that there are no attempts by neighbors to invade and exploit us in modern times. But now is not the time to counter them with despotic power, but rather, it is time to gather the wisdom of the majority and build a system to counter them together. The technology to do so is already available, and since it is also in place, we have no reason to deny it.